Alright, and we are live with a Cyberpunk build today. If you're new to the stream, this is when I build assets for Cyberpunk aesthetics and some modern stuff too in TaleSpire. I don't plan on any tutorials today, it'll mostly just be building and chilling. So feel free to join me and you can see how I approach to building these assets and how you can use some of them yourself, because they're all made available for free in the community browser. So if you're new to TaleSpire, this is the stream for you. And if you're not new, well, welcome. Welcome back. Excited to have you here. Okay, I'm just gonna share my link and we'll get going. I'm thinking I'm gonna build something I normally don't build today, which is a club or a bar. Don't really know if I'll get to the club yet, because I also want to do some buildings that are useful to people. Let's see here. So this is a map I am almost done finished with now. It's a market, Cyberpunk market. All of these assets that you see here, little booths with wares in them, all of these are available under the keyword in the community content called Vendorama. So just search for Vendorama and you'll find all of these in little slabs ready for you to use, even pre-made markets as well. But yeah, lots and lots of them. You can just drop them in wherever you need them in your Cyberpunk, or I think it works for alien stuff as well, if you have like a space station market somewhere. Yeah, lots of these little booths, and you can combine them and have fun with them. Original plan was to make this into a slab as well that anyone could just download, but it got too big, so now I'm making it even bigger. As you see, you have the market over here, got a parking lot, got some garages over here, starting to be converted to little stores, and we have a tramway up here, original from JJ88888. So you can find this too, you just search for RAM and you'll have a version that I made and the original by JJ. And we also have a corporate and industrial area here. It's fenced in, but yeah, might be good for a infiltration mission, for example. Corporate espionage or whatever your players are up to. So yeah, I figured having both of these next to each other will make for a nice board. Almost done. What's left is I need to decorate this area a little bit more. Not much, just a little bit. And I'm gonna put a bar right here, like a roadhouse style thing. Converted warehouse, I guess. And we also have a warehouse here that needs a little bit of love. This warehouse, by the way, is available. And if you just search for, well, literally warehouse, I believe. Let's see if we can find it. There it is. Modern city building warehouse, 12 by 18. American Settler. So you can download that yourself if you are looking for something like that. But now, I have measured how large I need this bar to be over here. And I have it here. Now I just need to figure out how to decorate it inside. Can be a little bit tricky at times with TaleSpire, but we'll see. First, I'm gonna move these in a little bit. I have an idea how to make the front a little bit nicer. Don't have a lot of space in here. I'll get tight. I just finished the bar, which is just a library shelf with some bottles and lights behind it. I don't know if I need these. I might make it look a little bit larger than it has to be, so I think we're gonna go with that. And I think we're gonna do lights in here too. So I use that light. And we're gonna adjust it. Let's see here if we can make this. It's a little bit hard because it moves. There we go. Light on each side. Yeah, it's not too bad. We did a bar as well. Let's see, what kind of furniture can we use for that? It's always a little tricky. Probably gonna use these tables for normal, even though they're a bit big. Let's see. I like them better than the round ones for this use. Got these. I think we'll have to find it over in the furniture section. Over here, let's see, what do we have here? Got several of these. Might use these as well. They are a bit like, man, the size differences in TaleSpire can be really insane. Like that isn't really a bar table. Maybe these. I like the size of those better. Even though the style is not entirely what I'm looking for, I think I might be more inclined to use those. I'm also thinking that the floor, you know what, I don't want the kitchen style floor in this place. I'm just gonna get rid of that. I want something a bit more rustic. Really sell that it's older. And I think maybe we'll find something in the fantasy section. Maybe. Let's see. This one might work. That's that wooden, but not too old wood style that I like. Murgoth. It's interesting, but maybe not entirely what we're looking for. These could work. Just drag it and see. Yeah, that's not bad. I'm gonna put that as possible. Ship might be... Nah, it feels too western. And these are always beautiful, but maybe too pretty for this, and I don't really see the angular thing fitting. So let's see how our friend... I think that's my favorite. So I'm gonna go with that. Just gonna copy this as a little bit of variation in the flooring. I'm just gonna copy that multiple times. Like so. Right, and oh, I forgot one. And what will we use for the bar? This might do the trick. I don't love the marble stuff. It might be what we're looking for. I'm gonna give some ample space to start or behind the counter here, but we could also try with a miniature, see how much room we have. Yeah, okay, so we need to give it a bit of space there if that's gonna work. So even though it feels a bit far out, I'm gonna go with that. And we could also use something like this. I like the width and size of that much better. Ooh, and we could get the... it won't work. Yeah, it's locked to the grid. So even though I like that curve, maybe in a different bar setting I could make that work. Yeah. This might just be too large. And the only option would be to take this, take all of that. Yeah, very hard thing to cut out of here. Let's see. Yeah, okay. You know what? I might just do this. Even though it eats into the space we have available in the bar. I'm just looking for a very small bar here. Nothing major. Now before I commit to this, I have to check with the miniature. See, can we get him behind? And yes, we can. That's the case. Let's do it. And the way I get rid of these, by the way, is I hit B to go into not build mode, and then back to build mode. And you just right click the miniature and delete them. Alright, so we have this. Now let's put something behind it. I think we're gonna do the chamber here. Something a bit nondescript. Go with that. Brick building. Okay. And I think we're gonna have a single window over here. And we're also gonna have some windows up front. I was thinking I could put some bars here to indicate that, hey, it's a little rough. The best bars I know are these. Even though they have that little lock on them, I think the look is just more modern. I think the players will accept it. I might actually do a wooden door here. It's gonna look a more classic style. All right. Let's see. We have the bar. I think we need a window and a table. Okay. Just kind of eat it. Put it right there. Of course, we need some bar stools. Sometimes wonder if this is a bar stool. Just place these. There we go. It's starting to look like a bar. One of these. Interesting. Lots of tables inside of the bar as well. Do some of these. Are we using this kind of like minimal style going on here? This is the biggest problem with TaleSpire right now, is we don't have modern chairs that really work for this kind of scene. Sometimes I'm tempted to just leave it out and be what we do. I feel like we need a little ATM in the corner here. We'll find that under technology. Just place it there. Need one of these up front. Maybe two. And put some bottles here as well. Some bottles on the side here. Hold down Alt to rotate. Shift to lock it in the horizontal plane. And just click to drop it. All right, and I think some lights in here. Not too many. Just enough to light it up. It should be sufficient. It's now light inside without being too light. Get rid of more. It kind of gets so dark that you can't even see anything. And I think you should always be careful with that. Yeah. Could also light it up with more classic lights, but I think it deserves proper setup. I guess we'll use the... Oh, maybe we could use these. They also feel a little big, but yeah, we do a nice job of just suggesting the seats here, so I'm gonna use them. I'm just placing them into the table so that the players can stand around the table if they use them. Yeah. Okay. We put some food on one of these tables. Kind of like, looks sort of like nachos if you squint. Let's hope I'm right. What else would we have in a bar here? I'm looking around. Wow, these are very bright lights here. I think maybe these two. At least one of them. Suggesting that they have something more going on there. Behind the bar here. Some of these. Better than nothing. Wonder do we fit a... Yeah, we kind of have to have that here, don't we? Yeah, I'm gonna keep it there. I don't love it, but it'll be okay. Okay. Got that. Got some bar stuff going on. What else could we... Grim. Let me put some skulls on things. Kind of like have a poster. Don't mess with me. Signage. Don't steal. Sign in the corner here. So often you'll have the core of different kinds on the walls, so you might as well do that here too. Options are a little limited, so we'll make do with what we have. can imagine these as beer brands, for example, ale, different liquors. Let me just sink this in. It's kind of charming. Few of these around. I'm inclined to have this here to just create a little bit of warm light in the build. Yeah, just need a little warmth. Placing that over here, you don't see them both at the same time, but they both, we get some mileage out of each of them. Let's see, what other signs could we get out of this? Oh, we could also have some TVs, of course. We are in the future. I don't see any immediate, like, yeah, that's where a TV would go locations. Kind of feels like the more classic bar where they just don't want that. Device here. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Back in these are actually quite nice for suggesting that there's a poster there. I'm gonna be using these more. I haven't noticed that before. Lovely. Maybe put a clock up somewhere. I guess these tables could work as well. I could use those in social. I just don't like that they have these. I wish they only had one leg. I know I'm complaining. Strange, eh? They still have newspapers. This remind me, I was gonna make a American style newspaper stand. I think this is what I used. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's what I was doing. I don't see these in Europe too often, or maybe I'm just blind. You'll have these machines, or not machines, they're just dispensers, just basic dispensers. collect them. Put this here. Some litter here. Those there. Put these up eventually. I just feel a little bit too simple to even put up some. Okay. Yeah, why not? Yeah, I think. Get that dark lights here. I'll take those out because this light is really bringing a lot of energy to the room. So we don't need to do much more than that. Okay, let's see. And water. I'll keep those. And I've learned that I can use these to very easily reinforce this brick look. Just add a little extra element to it so it's not so uniform all the time. I like that. Okay. A little bit here. Yeah, why not? I think here we're gonna add this little blender thingy. Why not? I think we have all the things I was looking for here. Do we have room for a shotgun? I don't know. No, not really. You almost always have to have a shotgun, right? Whatever. Anything classic to bring over? Have to really look here and imagine. Always work. Oh, we did get the latest banners and even we could kind of indicate that this is tired. I could use to have something better. I think we're gonna do that. Just splits the two nicely, which is good. Don't know what else we can do. Can we lead this? Maybe the entrance? Yeah, I might just leave it there. Oh, of course we need some card games going on. This is a must. Imagine if you have this one and could put it on the wall, hmm? That would be nice. Let's put this on the wall here. Yeah, we'll do that. Oh, I guess there are... I like these lights, but I don't know if they will... This is the theme here. To add a nice little chaotic feel. Just stuff, which is really what we're looking for when we're doing any sort of cyberpunk. It's just to make everything feel so intense, like just pushed to the edge with stuff, you know, peak consumerism. But at the same time, you have to be careful so you don't push it too far, where it becomes hard to even see what's going on. Do something like this here. And I really wish we had a spigot. It'll probably be a while before we get a spigot. If I can get this chamber piece here. I might go with that. I always like the special thing in front of the doors. Just adds a little personality. Okay. I think it's roof time. Let's see what it looks. I'm happy with what it looks like inside here now. There we are. Okay. Do these blend? They don't, but I like having a bit of variety in the flooring here. As if certain things have been replaced over the years. They have the same brown value. The color matches. I might just go with that. For the roof, I have found that I like, it's kind of like a signature style of mine is becoming. I use Morgoth at this roof flat. Oh, it is a roof. Yeah, it is. Sometimes thought it was a floor tile. Now what this does is it creates this nice little frame. around the edge of the roof. That still could pass for a modern thing, in my opinion. And then it's really up to you what kind of roof you want on top of that. Over here in the warehouse, I have this thing, and I think it works quite well, quite often. And it might be what we do here, but let's first see. What are other things? Oh, I've never tried this before. Is that a terrible idea? Oh. It's actually kind of interesting for that style of housing. I think I just need something under it to make sure it's a bit more light tight, to say. So if we use asphalt here, which it could just work with that, but I'm not going to just leave it at that. Let's see here. Go back to Murgoth. Murgoth, yeah. I quite like that. It's a rare opportunity to use something that is slanted-ish. How does it work if we do it on the outsides? I like that. I like that too. Just this piece from the Chambers set, let's see. I do like it. It has a bit of a cryptic look at it, like what is going on this roof, but at the same time, a bit of that slanting thing. And if these were to be, say, something that made sense, like a... Let's see. Need some more light in front of this, I see. Like you could do... Oof, what do we do? This is all what TaleSpire is about, right? You just have to experiment. Got a little bit of the core thing on it, I don't mind that. Add some elaborate decor. We don't need it on the back, it's just the front. It's just the front trying to be nice. Okay, this is upscale establishment. Under middle here, we might have some of these, for example. I don't think there's any of these signs that would be big enough. Yeah, no. Really not. Now we could use the neon signs, but I don't know if that'll... Does bar work? So we have an A. We have a B. Where's the B? B. We got... Oof, the R is a little tough, but yeah. Bar. No, it's a little bit too big for me. I'm gonna say no. I do like this style that we've used lately too. kind of like a little rooftop patio you could have up there if you wanted to. If you wanted to. Go staircase, yeah, okay. It could work. But for now, I wonder if we could do this. Yeah, that lights it up a little nicer. Still a bit dark in this area, isn't it? There we go, that's much nicer. Comes a bit more interesting, right? Isn't this a very roadhouse kind of look thingy? It doesn't align perfectly here. Damn it. Well, darn it. And this is kind of more of a on the wall kind of deal. Could it work in here somewhere? Nah, I'm crazy. Of course it won't work in here somewhere. If the bar was larger, I would put it up here. But that'll just make it disappear into the roof, so it doesn't do anything. Eh. Oh well. It's always nice with a little bit of variety. Need just something on the roof to indicate that, hey, there's a AC or something going on here. Find that under technology. Let's have a large unit here. So. Maybe something like that. I don't always know what these things do, but, you know, it's up to you to decide. Something decor-like front here. That works. Just add a little bit of interest to the top. Okay, I think I'm feeling good all around. I love this part, but what can you do? Maybe we can replace that with something else. Yeah, it makes me a bit happier. Okay. I think this is ready for deployment. Let's see. Copy that and copy it right onto this area right here. Yeah. I'm gonna sink it into the ground by half a tile. Make sure I have enough space on that other side. Place it right here. That kind of feels like it fits with things. I'm gonna move this now. Oh, now one thing that I have made recently is I call it Modern City Clutter, and it's just the beginning of some stuff so you can have quick and easy way to decorate. You see, lots of detail right away. Out here, this could be a container spot, potentially. A yellow container out there. Just kind of has been forgotten out by the bar. I'm gonna place it right up against it. And then we're gonna put some Modern City Clutter up against it. I think we're gonna go with the couch this time. Here. Then these on the other side. Ooh. See if we can make it bleed right the way we want it. Should do it. Just forgotten out here. Who picks up trash anymore? And we have this option as well to have a business out here. Now, by the way, this parking is also very handy if you ever need just to fill an area very quickly. Consider that. I think this is a vending machine option. So I got some new ones. I'm gonna put this one with the TV here. Do it. Let's see here. Right on the outside, okay. So that's up, like, see, if you just had the wall here, that's fine. But if you just add a little something, you get a much more interesting and believable look to it. And wonder, no, I never litter. Yeah. Another one is I have tires, I believe. Yeah, tires are also great. They just look like storage. And that can be helpful to just soften an area that needs a little something of detailing in, but you just don't know what to put there. Yeah, put some tires. Tires will always work. A little parking spot out here. Maybe even some more tires, even though that's a hover car. And anytime you put stuff down so that your players can hide behind things too, I believe it's a good thing. There's a little spot. TV, I don't know if that will fit here now, but I will use these little tech thingies, as I like to call them. I think we'll find a spot for them out here somewhere. Sitting out there. Maybe we have two of them over here too. I like them. They're very nondescript. They fade into the background. Don't know what they are, but they might be something. And sometimes that's what you need. I haven't uploaded this one yet. I don't know if I will. I think it could work. Spot out here, yeah. Of course, pallets are also always great. We have some pallets. Even though they're wooden, I still like them. We have a forgotten shipment out here. Yeah, that'll do it. Okay, do we have anything I've forgotten here? Yeah, that feels appropriate. Fenced off that area. You have to go around to get in there. Yep. If this... Yeah, we'll leave those in. Okay. Starting to get into a decent place here. Also, scaffolding is another type. I have some modern scaffoldings here that can really help just add clutter very fast. And you can just get rid of some of it. In order to not use too much, but here, for example, this will give us a little bit more interesting stuff out here, which we're always looking for. Construction, that's what it's under. Move this. Like so. Scaffolding is great because you can basically mix and match a ton of it, and nobody really knows how it's supposed to look, so that makes it pretty easy to build with, which is fun. I'll leave that in the dark. Got our bar here. Bar is ready. Yeah. And final is to add a little bit of interest over here. Now we have some lights already. Let's see, we could add some lights over here to where the sidewalk is. Yep. Now this is a garage. These buildings right here that you see are available. You can build them yourself under secure. Oh my goodness, secure facility. You have a bunch of these things that allow you to create this large corporate style creations. Wondering, do something like this here. Yeah, I might do that. Again, anything that allows your players to hide around. Hey Thorlocks! Good to hear from you. Yeah, welcome to the stream. Just doing a daytime quiet stream. Quiet, I chatter a lot, but just working on this Cyberpunk market / corporate area. I'm gonna upload this to Tales Tavern, I think, so people can enjoy it. I was gonna say I should put a helipad up on here, but that wouldn't make sense since you have a tramway right over it. I think even in corporate dystopia, that's a little bit of a security hazard. So let's skip that. Could put this little light up here though. Oh, yeah, so this is a little housing here, some tech inside in the door. Perfect for hiding. We have this thing. I think we're gonna light this up a bit more in here. So yeah, that's much easier because you have this dark outside. You have a lighter inside. It's just more interesting, more fun. And this has been made into kind of a garage. I really like the transition here. And then you go like one step up. It feels it's appropriate. Now, fortunately, we don't have a lot of how do you call it? Don't have a lot of tools and mechanics stuff. In TaleSpire, it's very lacking, and so my go-to is to use shelves. So I have a collection I call Shelf Help, and I'm adding more and more stuff to it. But this can help with large empty areas like this. You can just have something that looks a little industrial. Oh, I wonder if I could. Okay. Yeah. We just bleed them into. As you see here, I've doubled these, and I think that works. I still think that works. I've got lots of different types. Some small types too. It's more office supplies though. I'm not gonna do that. I think we need something that looks a little hard edge. this thing. Just delete this part. It works. I think we have a palette of, yeah, these types of crates too. So I'm gonna just place these here again. Remember, hiding spaces. Gotta create them. Could you have a vehicle in here? Obviously the answer is yes, of course you can. Let's move these around. Get a computer in here before I move on. This maybe. Where would this fit in here? Maybe here. I'll place a little light on this one. Light things up a bit more. And yeah. I wonder. I like those. Kind of add a little bit more personality to the interior here. So curious, since we do have this gate here. Kind of create a something. Yeah, I always try to vary the floorings, right? Oh, with the size of this map, how would you use it in game? More world building and downtown activity, or is this an encounter map? Honestly, this map I think could work for either. You might have it as an encounter map. You have an infiltration mission over here with the corporate area. Could be even infiltrating just this little factory right here. Or it could be an encounter, or a downtime. Oh, maybe you get a mission from the bar, or maybe it's downtime where the players are looking to shop in the market. Or maybe it's an encounter in the market. Fight breaks out, who knows? I built it so that it is easy to navigate, even for new players. There's no like rooms within rooms and floors within floors. The only floors that have double floors in this map, I believe, is this one. These two buildings here. You have the inside, these garages. There's a shop over here. And then you have a second floor, which is still very open. There's a little store here. And I like to think that this is some sort of mob boss's office, overseeing his weapon, arms dealing, or who knows. It's a player hideout for all I know. But that's it. Everything else is just one floor. So the moment that you double click into it, you can see it. Even this security guard room, even though it had multiple floors, there's nothing really going on inside here. So yeah, it really is up to DM how to use a map like this. I just try to make it, how do you say? Flexible. Flexible for whatever style of play you need it to be. Put a little corporate sign on these. Huh. I guess when I build maps in TaleSpire, since I don't use them myself, I try to make them as generic as possible, so they are as accessible as possible. So anyone can pick them up and use them. And I also hope they follow an internal logic. At the moment that you see the map, without all the outside stuff, of course, we're going to clean it up. You immediately register what's going on in this map. Look at it here. You have this corporate area. You have these two warehouses, a bar and a warehouse. A parking lot. And then you have a busy style market over here. And as soon as you understand that, you understand the map. There aren't any surprises, as far as I would argue. Which makes it, yeah, I hope, fun to play on. I never know. I don't hear very often from people using my maps, but I see people downloading. Actually, I do get comments from time to time, which is super nice. I really appreciate that. It's very encouraging hearing from people that use the maps I build, but usually it's not that they used it, it's that they used it to build something. So me building larger maps like this is a way for me to anticipate what it's like to build with the things that I put together. Old slabs. Suddenly got a little inspired here. I was thinking just do something very simple here with some containers. Where are they? I still wonder why containers and chests are different. I mean, I guess chests open upwards, but really? They need to be in different ones? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if they need to be. Stack these two. Okay. What else can we do here? We could also put some wires. Now, I have something called roots. Well, it's exposed roots, forest details. So use these to quickly create roots somewhere. Now we don't need that here. But what about wires and cables? Can't really see that those have been done. So let's see what we can do. These. Okay. Oof, I only have 3. Okay, let's see. Let's create a small one. just a mess, right? That allow us to break up the monotony of these tiles a bit. Don't want it to be too messy. It's a corporation after all. We'll probably have things a little bit more organized. This outside here could need something. Let's see what we have in Cyberpunk land. Ah, Fog of War, and yeah, that's cool. I would, if I was playing with players, I would definitely be doing that too. It's probably a lot of fun. Just looking for anything that could inspire here. What do we put in an area? Oh yeah, I do have these giant billboards. I don't know if they fit here. These were more meant for smaller builds. Like a giant one. It's tempting, but I don't think it's the right thing to do here. Could also put it on see, how does that feel? Would someone put that up there? It definitely breaks it up a little bit. Makes it a bit more interesting. I'm gonna leave it in. Even though I love it. I think these pillars need, just one of them needs to be a little bit different, so yeah. Let's go with that. We also need something on these roofs. We put one of these up here. Just like a little, yep. Something up there. Go. I think what we would need one of these call-in stations here. Add a little light to it, which is nice. Arcade games. I somehow put no arcades in this, which is kind of silly, but whatever. Let's secure some of these. They just built around the pillar. Makes sense. Now, it could be tempting to put this big fence around this too, but the reason I don't is because I want to leave it open to you, the DM, if you want this to be fenced, and if you do, you kind of ruin the way for the players to look inside of the map, so I'm just gonna leave it open. Oh, that's so cool. Let's see here. Anything else here? Not right now. Shelf. Oh, there's some cool shelves in here too. Nice. Nah, you wouldn't store that out there. I'm not doing that. I think this might also be the kind of thing that I would extend, but let's see how easy it is. You take all of that. 1, 2. Yeah. That'll be fine. So what happens? Oh, look at that. No. We didn't get the transition perfect. What I'm gonna do then to add these and this one. But this is exactly how I built this, is to try to make it super fast and easy to extend things, so we use minimal amounts of stuff. There we go, we're almost done. Let's go inside. Let's see here, and we gotta clean up the floor, which is a bit more work since we already did a lot of floor work, but it's not something it's not insurmountable. Alright. There you go. I like that this breaks, it's not like the same line the entire way there. Yeah. I'm wondering also, could we use something from Boris here? Boris is a bunch of, if you search for Boris, you'll find lots of computer consoles and machines. They might sometimes work on the outside, like this guy. Let's see if that will work. Make it a bit more space like that. Like an access point. A machine. What I'd like to do here is just add this around it. So then we add 2 pieces. Not chamber, we use the outpost one. This one is great. it slightly in here. We are, and we add a door. But not the modern door. We use a classic jail door. I wish we had a chain link fence door. That would be so cool. Let's add these on the outside for effect. And suddenly you have a clearly an important something. Some lights on the inside here. Yeah. That's what we do. Just open this up a little. And you might notice I have these shortcuts at the bottom here, so that you don't have to go looking for them. Let's secure pad. There you go, now you got a nice little objective. Players. I'd also extend this. Let's see inside a bit better. The last thing that is perplexing me here is what do we do with this front here? Something like that. To a palette. Oh yeah, it's you're absolutely right. The train tracks here 100% is just designed to be a framing piece, just to give it some height, some interest. Would I allow players to access it? 100%. The players want to find a way up there, if they want to climb it somehow or use some sort of rappelling system, totally allowed. I haven't put a actual staircase in here though. It could be argued that I should, like could use a ladder here, and by placing it in the corporate sector it might be a bit harder to get to. Just have it here. This is would be an insane climb. Happens when you get up here. Oof. Can have an opening here at least. There's no room to stand here, so I would say that the moment that you get up here, you make it all the way. Keep it simple. Maybe I have a representation of that happening. Here. You come up here, yep. And anything that looks like a hatch. We don't have a modern hatch, and that's always a problem. Maybe like that. Oh, that's a hatch. It's a hatch, damn it. Maybe there's a console up here for whatever reason. So horribly dangerous console. Yep. Nobody should really have that up here. There we go. Oh man, now we're like just building. I can't do that, okay. How do I transition those? You can't just have these sticking out here, right? That would be wrong. We can try with some pipe stuff. That'll do it. I don't know what they're doing up there, but they're, you know, they're gonna go up there. I need to have a elevated position to snipe. I mean, we do have some other places for that too. We got this roof. The unit here. It offers a great vantage point of the market. You got these tanks. And you got this scaffolding and this tall tank here as well. So, you know, there are places. And these floodlights have a little spot up on them. But yeah, of course they're gonna be wanting to go at the very, 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 very top. That's a guarantee. Okay. I think I got these in a few more places now. Don't know who puts them out there, but someone is doing it. Have to find the right spots for them. Will be in high traffic areas. Oh, this parking lot. Okay, we got this too. Kind of want to try something here. We just hang this. So. And. Just want to break up this wall a little bit, right? We hang some. Yeah, on the side like that. Why not? We'll probably do that with these two. Too bad they kind of end up in the same spot. I don't know. Can you do that? Oof, that's not a pretty... Why are they like that? That, for example. Yeah. Looks like they're connected somehow. Okay, what else? Still planning to keep this pretty clean here. That area. The stuff I would add here is maybe something to indicate that you can access the stairs there. Mm-hmm. Just browsing to see if there's something I forgot. You can always place these around if you want to have a little variety. I think in this case that might be healthy to do. Just break it up the monotony a little bit. A few signs here and there can also help. Something's going on over here, we don't know what it is. That's okay. Okay, that's starting to feel just busy enough to be believable, to be human. And that's important. I wanted to play a bit more with elevation here, but I don't see the opportunity. I don't see the possibility here, other than could have an elevated area here. Use these when I can. Something like that. And a storage spot. Adds a little warmth to it too. Thank you, Thor. Thank you, Thor. Yeah, we try. It's hard. It's hard to paint with light in TaleSpire. The way I like to think of it is how I would apply it is use it sparingly, even though it might not look as if I am. Use it sparingly and use light where you want attention and where it would be natural to have it. So here I'm using it near this door, and you have this kind of area of interest here where I could totally see there being a light. So, you know, let there be dark places where the players can hide, and light places where the players can see. It definitely, a lot of maps I see do get very, very, very dark. And even the maps where it's meant to be dark, like this one, I still brighten it up. Oh, and of course the hyper hack is, of course, put the exposure up 1.6, even 2.2, and you immediately get a better experience just seeing things. It's almost like if you do that, it doesn't even matter what you how you use the light, because at least you can see stuff, which is helpful. There we are. Okay, I think first of all we're gonna have to put this one up. Let's call this modern. I count this right in modern rather than cyber, so modern city, building, crowd, house, bar, pub, whatever. Fully decorated inside. See my YouTube for tips, just like you are now. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're watching. Ah, yeah, the pillar, the light to the point at the pillar. That is a possibility. But I was thinking maybe I don't want them to find out. maybe they need to really look around to find it. I don't know. But yeah, there probably should be a light, shouldn't there? Let's see what we can do. Might do this style. Then that should make the ladder a little bit easier to find. It could even really make it easy for them. Put this here. There, that should make it a bit easier. A bit easier. Okay. Got these. Oh. There we are. Oh yeah, we had these garage builds. Yeah, I guess we should put those up too. This one is called Modern City building, garage, abandoned. Not much inside. What I like with these though is that you can combine them with others to create this like nice little foundation for other buildings. And they can work as stores as well. You just remove the front and you have a nice little area to put a store in, which is nice. With the others, create a large complex. I'm gonna add Cyberpunk to this, because I do think it's very helpful if you're building a Cyberpunk build to have these. I found it very helpful. And each of them have a slightly different interior. This one has a cab in it. Cab inside. Exit cat. There you go. That'll be helpful. Use them as you see fit. Okay. Yeah, what it looks like if you have multiple. I'll probably publish a large version of this with more detailing at some point. There's also a discovery I made. You can put these together into a thing. Man, I wish we had the opposite so we could create like a rooftop thing here, but yeah, I really don't know what this is. I feel it's helpful. It took a while to build, so tower. Oh, I'll just put this into. Not sure how to use. I feel like I will need it later. Yeah, you gotta light it up. You were right. It's usually better to default on the side of too much light versus no light. So the danger is to just go too much. I always caution of that. Like some of these lights are very bright and it's easy to lose all of the nuance. Now that we have names on these, this is concrete floor. So I'm gonna use... no, I'm not gonna do that. Just gonna get rid of these. It's also another style garage I was trying. Very tricky to build. Very tricky to build with. Get rid of all of these. Don't need these anymore. Like this. Yeah, these didn't inspire me, so I'm not gonna publish them. Have some of these we don't need anymore. By the way, the tram originally built by JJ888. And I guess I should put this up to... What's it called? Elevated tram way rail. Okay. Elevated tram rail suspended. Original by JJ8888. Used to build without any pillars. There you go. Are there animated lights yet? Yeah. No, I think they're working on something to allow you to turn on and off lights, because think about how cool that is. Closest thing you have is using hide volume, so that is to hide the lights and then turn it back on. Or use we used it here. Can use the sparkle. The sparkler, if you will. They're under the crafting menu. And it's this thing. So yeah, it actually, I would call that animated. Very cool, but I think it's the only one. Yeah, I mean, you have some of the lights, but are they animated? I don't know. No, most of them are pretty static. There's of course also that little mini... This guy. Man, he's got a strong light. Didn't realize that, how strong it is. Where did he go? Whoa. Oh, that's cool. Oh. Yeah, I wish you could animate this. That would look awesome. I didn't realize he swiveled so nicely. Oh, cool. Oh, that's a discovery. That's a discovery. Okay, do we have everything? Got this stuff, got this stuff, got this stuff. Uh-huh. Feel we need some of these here and there. Kind of crazy. I haven't used this vent anywhere on this map. I always use this vent. Not even there, huh? It's my favorite vent. It's an awesome one. But I just didn't really come up. Oh yeah, and then I was thinking a couple of these outside of one of these as if it's started being unloaded. So. And anything else? Oh, that feels right, that feels right. This stuff out here. Got these here. I think we're very ready to publish. Put this up on Tales Tavern. So you'll find it under my profile there. I wonder if we should these up. So can we do this? Sometimes I forget that I can use X. Here I am using angled stuff because it just really helps break up everything, which I think is important. some tables up here. Here we'll use the small ones. I know. Some here too. Don't need to use too many here. I think 3 will be sufficient. I'm gonna move this so you can have a mini stand next to it. Yay! Ah, wonderful. I wanted a bar like that up here, and that looks exactly how I wanted it to look. Warm yourself on these. Let's see. Pizza on one of them. And then some balls on the other. And one on the top here too. Man, I really wish we had some more glasses or something. Like a normal drink glass would be a wonderful addition. Maybe one day. Oh, and this is an opportunity up here to do a some form of plant. What's a modern plant holder here? Could use this. Could use this. That could work. See, you know what? That is. It is a bit of, like, the plant can be fake, right? It's just having a little bit of greenery around, like not have everything be so sour, so stagnant. Surprising what it does to just add a little bit of green here and there. Yeah, I definitely want to do more of that. I wonder if we could do it down here somewhere too. Let's see. Who would put up a plant? I might want to see down here. Just make it feel a bit more attractive. Yeah, maybe in the entry here. And we already have a plant reseller here, so it's not unheard of. Just need a little bit of green here and there. Goodness. But only where it feels somewhat right. Have it inside this bar somewhere? Yeah, why not? Why not? A little bit of granite. Okay, I think it's a good spot. But I always want to do palm trees too, but they're always a little bit too short. Or I want them to be a bit taller. But I also fit, those fit in with that cyberpunk aesthetic. Right. I'm getting close here. I think we need to put up something on the wall here. Nothing special, just something. I love this computer. You can always use it with the back of it. There you go. I break up that little area a little bit. Back in here too, and I think that's fine. It's a bit friendlier. Okay. What else do we have here? Oh yeah. Miracle I don't use more of these. They feel very appropriate, but I find that they block too much. Could we put them in between? Do you have to? Oh, they do work in the scaffolding very nicely. That's cool. Definitely something I'll be using more of. What else? Is there anywhere? That sort of works. Over here. Nah, it's too large. Could maybe keep it over here. Yes, maybe that's what we do. That might actually work. So we do pipes. Those pipes. Okay, we have to bring it in here a bit. Like in the distance. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Copy that. Let's see if there's a few other places it could fit. Just to have it. It's a bit weird that people don't use any form of roofing here. Nope. Okay. Hey, how you go? Thank you. This is exciting. Almost done here. We're just adding a little bit extra now. Some roofing? I don't know. I don't know what this is called. Let's protect the electronics. We have to make sure we don't have it all on the same height. That would be bad. Okay, so got those. These, I don't need those anymore. And I think that concludes the overall build here, I think. Have pretty much all of it. I think some of these places could probably do with a little bit of a framing. Like this dining area. Gonna see, start to create more of a area around here that will tell people that, oh yeah, I see it now. This area has something going on. I'll probably go in and do a few more final pieces here. To make sure everything has all the detailing that I wanted to have before I publish it on Tales Tavern. So don't forget to follow me on Tales Tavern, so that you can grab it if you need it for your campaigns. And again, thank you for watching with me tonight, for building with me. I might come on back later. I think for now I've done what I needed to do. This will be up. You can get full market, etc, etc, etc. And again, you can build your own just like this. Just search for Endorama and get all of these pieces. Super easy. Just build your own little black market. Whatever you need it to be, that is available, including secure facility, which has all of these pieces as well, corporate stuff. Yeah, and you can also find the latest stuff I built by, oh, how do we get to it? You have to scroll all the way. Oh, that's weird. Here. There we go. The latest stuff that I built is now available. You can find a bar. You can find this warehouse from this build as well. Got some new garbage things. Oh, this is a gas pump. It really is, I swear. But I like it. And there's some new city stuff out there as well. So yeah, come check out the community labs. Lots of things there. Super happy that you watched me, and I hope that you have fun building. I'll see you in the next video. You have a great night.